guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. And in today's video, as you could see in the title, we're going to be talking about like 6 things you shouldn't do on your first date. Now this is 2025 and a whole lot of things should actually change in this year, most likely, but people should expect some certain things. But I know there are certain things that should be how it is, and like certain boundaries that should actually be mounted and shouldn't actually be shifted for no reason at all. No reason. So in this video, I'm going to be elaborating on like things you shouldn't do as a girl on your first date, especially like if you are looking forward to having a very settled and solid relationship. If you're just there to be there and fling, or just waste time with people, or just talk with people with no emotions or that intentions at all, then it's alright. Maybe this video is not for you, but this video is for the innocent girls and the lover girls like me who actually go on dates for a positive reason and for a future kind of stuff. They have something in the back of their mind, right? And one of the things you should avoid is avoid house dates. Who would actually, I know, I was about to ask the question, who would actually ask you on a house date on a first date? But that is actually what it is here in Europe, and what it is nowadays in this generation. People first invite you to their homes for a first date. They tell you, oh, I'm making pasta, there will be wine, and then we could also Netflix and chill. These things you should actually avoid. Run away if you're a girl. That shows lack of respect and some kind of I know people could say oh, maybe he's a busy man, he's a businessman, and maybe he just makes this time for himself, he's maybe exclusive. Do not make excuses for people. It is what it is. When they invite you to their homes, they're literally directly telling you your place is on their bed. Like it or not, it's going to end there. However you think, I don't even know how you're going to think about this. On the bed. Literally. Avoid house dates. You could also make pasta outside. There are lots of Italian good restaurants that you should go to, have fine wine, dine, eat have some steak. That is beautiful. That is a first date. And mind you, I'm actually a top lover girl. On a first date, I'm expecting flowers from a man. I don't know why, and I haven't seen that motion yet, and that's why I'm still keeping the hope up. It may sound like a bit imaginary kind of stuff and fantasies, but it's gonna work. If I'm having this mindset, it means that the person God has set for me is having this features to him. He's going to do that, and that's a sign. Number 2, second thing that you should definitely not do on the first date is sex on a first date. Really? I know some people are so adventurous and they want to explore and they want to figure out, oh, what am I actually getting into? Do I actually want to be there? Is that okay? Is he active? Is he strong? Blah, blah, blah. But that doesn't matter. This is a first date, and for someone who's looking for a solid and strong relationship, you should have better things in the picture than just. It doesn't make sense, to be honest. I mean, it's part of the package, but then it's not the most important fact. Okay, it is important, but it's not the top priority at this moment. This moment you're trying to know this person, you're trying to talk to them, you're trying to be with them and all of that, get to know them, see the possibility of having a future with them in the future, and not necessarily ending up on their bed. And some men are actually quite mischievous, and they literally draw you into coming to the bed, and after the first on the first date, they're gone. They're looking for the next girl. To them, they're she's so easy, but they also wanted that, so they're always going to tag every girl as easygoing and cheap. So you should avoid that. The third thing you should avoid on first date is splitting bills. I don't care about these independent women that think, oh, this is the generation where everyone should have a fair share of equal responsibility and all of that. As long as I'm not the one that invited him out to get to know him, to eat with him, I am not paying for any bill. I am not going to pay for any bill, and this should be your mentality too. Do not pay for any bill. It is their responsibility. Even the Bible says it is a man's job to lead. You do not have to split anything. If they're splitting, they're going to split your heart and also go and pay for someone or some other day with some other woman somewhere, and you're still being there like they're being an understanding or prospective person. Like, it doesn't make sense, right? If you set this motion now, it's going to continue in the future when you go multiple other dates. You'll be the one paying for the bill. I hate to break the news to you, but that is what it is. So don't try and be like, oh, I'm independent, or like stand for myself and reach out to your purse. At the end of the day, honey, you're the prize here, and you're the thing or the prize that's supposed to be won. And you are you have a lot of value to you. You just have to keep that in mind. And the fourth thing you should definitely avoid on the first date is never narrate your personal problems. I'm talking about like your family problems, your personal problems, everything. Situations with your ex, how many body count you have, all of that. Do not say that. Never. Those are like, you're literally saying, like, pouring out all your weaknesses to this man, and he's literally looking at, he's like making up ideas in his head on how to use these weaknesses to, like, draw you in more and use it to his advantage. Never. I know some ladies be like, oh, to be like a black cat or whatsoever, you should tell them, oh, you have to pay my bills and all of that. But I know you could do that. You could definitely do that. Okay, it's okay for you, but then know that the road, or that I keep saying, or that I try to like speak fluent English without like mixing German in it. My German is also not perfect, but like at this stage of my life, I use more German than English. So when you have that, oh, he has to pay my bill on the first day, that's with the 20,000. I mean, they should do that willingly. It is a man's cause to do that willingly, not like you're forcing him to do it. When you get to know him better and situations like that come up, like, it's okay to like say, okay, this needs to be done, this is what is good. On the first date, no, don't do that. The only bill he should be paying that day is for the food and every other thing you planned or you did that day, but not like your family problem or tell him about your daddy issues and all of that. It's your own personal private issue, girl. And some of them will be so stupid to also ask you, oh, what's your body count? How many people have you had sex with? When they go in this direction, just know it's a multiple, like, it's a solid red flag. Like, why do you want to know that? It's not important. We're actually in the moment, and you're trying to get to know me for who I am and my personality and all the good qualities I have, not about my past or like what has transpired like in my life before. That is none of your business. Okay? Third thing you shouldn't also do, the fifth thing, sorry. And then also the fifth thing you should never do on your first date is camouflaging. Maybe there's another word for this, but what I mean is like you're showing up to this date and you're not being yourself. Maybe some people might try to portray like this very authentic and very, put together kind of like picture, but no, you should definitely be yourself on your first date, because this is a first date. You're not trying to like, check all his like points and all of that. It's not important. Be yourself, and when you be yourself and he sees this and he's flowing with your kind of natural and neutral personality, it means, okay, he's liking me for who I am, we're getting along for who I am. When you're being this authentic and very chic kind of person and you're doing things that you normally wouldn't do on a normal day, and then like it progresses, how long could you keep on the act for? I know there's a statement, fake it till you make it, but like in this situation where it concerns your heart, like love it, we have very delicate hearts and we're very emotional. You shouldn't play with yourself too much. You're literally playing with your life, love life, and all of that. You shouldn't do that. Be yourself for who you are, and if he doesn't accept you for who you are, how you talk, how you portray yourself, how you eat, although you shouldn't eat like an animal on a first date, but like if he doesn't accept these things, then girl, you have to look for someone else who is going to like you for who you are. And I'm not saying you should be like a person who does not want any kind of change in their life, or is just like leaving like so freely and is thinking like, oh, the God is going to come to them when they're sitting on a spot. No, of course, you have to work on yourself. You have to be a good person, positive minded, and always productive. But if you don't like this part of you, please walk away and find a new person. The last thing, and now back to the last thing you shouldn't do on a first date. Don't be inattentive. On a first date, you should pay the most attention. I don't know why it sounds so wrong in my head. You should be really attentive on this day, because that person you're seeing is the actual person you're going to be seeing while this relationship progresses. You have to pay attention to like the many things. I'm not saying you should look at how very authentic he is and how very reserved he is. No, there are little things, these minor things that people actually don't pay attention to, that you should look out for. Is he being rude to the workers there? Is he picky? Is he very judgy? His questions, does it actually make sense at the end of the day? Or is he like very educated and very pronounced in everything that he does? Does he like judge other people? Does he give out silly comments that does not sit right with you? You actually have to be attentive and never make excuses for this kind of behavior, because the problem comes when you now make excuses for these behaviors in the future, and then it progresses, and then when it comes to a point when it becomes an issue, then you don't know how to address it anymore, because you literally ignored it. So what are you expecting? Are you expecting a miracle in the middle of a relationship? It doesn't work like that. You have to be attentive. Put your mind there. Be fixed on this man. I can't say you should come and be like, I'm a psychologist. I'm literally going to see through you for who you are. I'm going to see all your demons and all your angels. No, that's not what I mean here. What I mean is, pay attention, girl, because how he treats others is most likely how he's going to treat you. And if he talks about his family, then it's okay too. And that doesn't mean you have to talk about yours. I mean, you could say, okay, I have 4 siblings, blah, 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 but don't go deeper than that, girl. And if he talks about his people with love, just know that he's also going to be that kind of person with you. Pay attention, girl. Never ignore. Is he always on his phone every single minute of the conversation? And you're literally talking and he's on his phone doing something. He might be a businessman, whatever it's called, but girl, if he's not going to put that phone down, focus and talk to you, just know that as the situation progresses, you'll never get that attention. You'll be left behind. You will beg this man to call you. You will beg him to reply your texts. It's one of the signs. Do not listen. There are a lot of motivational speakers out there with what you should not do. Honey, a man is actually not difficult to maneuver or to handle. You just have to be attentive. One thing or 3 things you should know that you can never do with a man. You can never influence his decision. You could, but if that man does not want to do it, he won't do it. Number 2, if he change, actually it was 1, I don't know why I say 3. Most of the things that comes to my head is so random, but I know it's also what everyone knows out there. So for my girls, you should be really attentive. The way people do, not only relationships, also in personal life affairs, the way people handle others, the way they do things, the way they act in certain moments, in certain situations, that is who they are. I do not have the false expectation or hope that you can change this person because you're such a positive and energetic person. And energetic, God, my vocabulary is literally dying. So don't think because I'm so positive, because I'm so enthusiastic, I could change him, I could influence him to be a better person. No, it doesn't work like that. If it's like that, he's going to be like that. If he wants to change, then he will change, and you see the acts, but it doesn't mean that you will change him because of who you are. These are 2 different people, 2 different personalities, 2 different words. So I just want you to have that in mind. And you guys know I always love you. I love you guys, and I love making videos like this. This is not actually what I thought of when I was making this YouTube channel, but I just feel like there's certain things that actually come to my mind, randomly. Also at night when I can't sleep, or literally in the middle of the day, and I feel like people should actually know this. So I just like to put it out there. I don't know how far this video is going to go. I don't know if people are going to like it. I don't know how it's going to be, but I'm always positive. like someone is going to benefit out of this video. So like, share, comment, and subscribe, and also leave a comment down below if you actually like this, and if you could actually, you know, like if you actually took something out of this video, right? And also comment down below on other video ideas you want to hear. So to my girls, if there are also topics that you want me to touch, and I'm not a professional, I'm just a human being like you with my own point of view, and it is my own like duty to put my own point out there, and then you have yours, and then you see all this multiple stuff. It's being a word, like a really big one, and the different points of views and different like ideas and all of that. So it is us to like listen, take what we actually need from that, and really move away. Some of you most likely know everything I've actually said. So like that's literally okay. There's some people who are still lost. So please comment down below, and you know, comment on like the video you like to see. If you like videos like this. And now I'll literally present. Oh my god, I'm literally talking so fast that I literally always run out of breath. None of you guys have noticed, but it's okay. I'm trying not to forget everything, so I'm trying to put everything out there with all the energy inside of me, if you understand. So yeah, see you guys in my next video. I love you. Bye.